Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Just Bulldogs podcast. This past week, the Bulldogs faced off against the Newcastle Knights at home at Accor Stadium, coming away with a very big win, 36 points to 12. Bulldogs try scorers were Samuel Hughes, Jacob Kiraz, Bronson Cherry, Bailey Hayward, Josh Adokar, and Stephen Crichton, with Matt Burton going 6 for 6 with the boot. And then Newcastle try scorers were Dylan Lucas and Bradman Best, with Kalen Ponga getting one of his goals and Jackson Hastings getting the other. Great game, this one. I managed to get down to the game with my partner and watch the Dogs come away with a very big win, very good atmosphere, plenty of people at the game. So very stoked that we could come away with a win in this one in such good fashion, scoring plenty of points, defending real well. Stoked with the way that the Bulldogs season is going, and it really looks like we're trending on the way up. We got the point scoring started early, with Reid Marnie putting Samuel Hughes over close to the try line, but there was really good lead work on going there. Just taking advantage of the Newcastle Knights' poor defense, really rolling down the field. I'm very happy with the way that our middle forwards have been playing, really getting over the top of their opposition. So dominated Newcastle Knights in this one with a pretty star-studded forward pack, multiple internationals, few Origin forwards, the Saifidi twins, and Leo Thompson have played very good football in the past. Leo Thompson really looks like he's on the way up, and for our boys to really get on top of him, I was pretty stoked to see. Josh Curran started in the lock jersey, played plenty of minutes in this game, and the return of Max King from only 1 week off with a fractured hand. Pretty incredible efforts there. Josh Curran in this one played 66 minutes and Max King 48. Really leading from the front, those two. I think they're definitely playing very good football for us. I think they could have a chance to potentially get into the Origin squad at some point. Maybe Josh Curran a bit more on top of Max King at this point, due to a bit of injury. Max King in the conversation last year before getting hurt, but I think Josh Curran could potentially get into that spot with his versatility to play front row, lock, and back row. We also had Sam Hughes have to play pretty good minutes in this one, with Chris Patolo getting injured early in this game. In the first minute, it was his first hit up of the game. So hopefully Chris Patolo can heal up from that injury. Very tough luck for Patolo. Another injury, he's missed a lot of games due to injury in the past, and just can't catch a trick. So hopefully Patolo can recover. He has shown some pretty promising signs. Hasn't played big minutes so far in this season, and now it looks like his season is potentially done for the year. Hopefully it's not that bad, but yeah, it doesn't look too good with early signs coming out of the club. But yeah, hopefully Chris Patolo can recover well and get back into the squad. But getting into the players that did feature in this one, Samuel Hughes, I was very happy with 36 minutes after coming on in the first few minutes. Come away with a try. And just, done really well to get through plenty of work. He's a very big body in the middle of the field. 11 runs for 101 meters, 42 post contact with 3 tackle breaks. And then the try as well, close to the line, with 17 tackles and 2 missed. So very happy with the way that he played. Showed pretty good agility too for a big fella. We know he can do the damaging stuff. He's a very strong runner, can carry the defenders with him. But yeah, pretty good close to the line as well to hit through the hole and work the ball to the ground with plenty of defenders on him. So pretty stoked with the way that Sam Hughes played in this one. So it really looks like our forward pack is coming together. And with Chris Patolo going off early, we really only had one middle forward on the bench for the entire of the game, with Curtis Moran the only fit front rower on the bench after the 3rd minute. So definitely very good efforts from our middles there. But yeah, if we get a bit more into the team stats in this game, a lot of it didn't even go our way, particularly if you look at the defensive side. We defended incredibly well, only giving up 12 points, with one of the tries coming right at the back end of the game. But we made 317 tackles with 35 missed and 21 ineffective. Newcastle Knights made 352, so we had a lot more of the ball, but they only missed 19 tackles and 14 ineffective. So they were a lot better at making their tackles, but we done really well to find the open space, get down the field, and get our blokes open out wide. And you see with our defense, we might miss a few tackles, but we're incredible at scrambling. We do give up the odd line break. We slip off some tackles every now and then, but everybody's working hard. They're all working together. Really putting that extra effort in for the inside man. If we get beaten back on the inside, there's always an extra defender there. So stoked with the way that we're defending, definitely in the early parts of the season. I do think we're going to continue to improve as well. Getting into some of the completion stuff, 14 errors isn't great, but we done well to back ourselves when we lost the ball. When we gave up cheap possession to the other team, we defended it well to get the ball back. 6 penalties conceded, 4 ruck infringements, 1 inside the 10. So 5-6 against gone against us. So we definitely got the penalties and the 6 against going against us in this one, with 6 and 5, and they got 2 and 1. So yeah, penalties conceded. So they got the 6 against and the 6 penalties for them. And we got 2 and 1, 2 penalties, 1 6 again. So we definitely done well with the mistakes that we made, working to get out of those tough spots, and keeping the ball down the Newcastle Knights end. I was very stoked with the way that our middles worked to keep the ball down the Newcastle Knights end, defended incredibly well. Did a few defensive sets on our line, but really done well to keep Knights out of our 20 for majority of the game. So yeah, very happy with the way that we performed in that area of the game, particularly in defense, even though we do have those missed tackle numbers being relatively high, working really well to not turn that into anything for the other team to get momentum on us. But getting into some of the attacking ball, scoring 36 points is massive amount of points in Newcastle Knights side that, though they're not really in their best form right now, definitely have a star-studded side, a lot of quality players across the board. So pretty good that we could put 36 points on them and hold them to just the 12. It looked like we had both sides of the field attacking pretty well, particularly our left side continuing to grow every week. Matt Burton really taking charge with the attacking football, getting William Kikau involved. Kikau didn't have the dominant game that we've been used to seeing in the past few weeks, but still been incredible. In my opinion, the form back row in the comp are definitely top 3. And then the inclusion of Bronson Cherry at left center and Josh Adokar returning on the wing. Just that left side really dominating. Definitely one of the better attacking sides of the field, I reckon, in the comp. Really can stake their claim just about anyone, particularly in form at the moment, but there are superstar players on that side as well, with Matt Burton, William Kikau, Bronson Cherry. Everyone knows played incredible in his rookie year. He's his first year back after 4 years out of the game. And then Josh Adokar, one of the best wingers of the past 10 years. So definitely happy with the way that them boys are playing. We've got Connor Tracy in that fullback role now, and he done very well in this game. He's a very good link man from that fullback spot. Always makes the right option. Has a good running game to go with his passing ability as well, so he does give his outside backs a bit more room to run. Put Carraz over for his first try early on in the game, but done really well to give a lot of our boys room out wide. He was a part of that final try at the end of the game as well, with Blake Taff playing halfback. Just gave Connor Tracy early ball, and he took it to the line to give Critter a bit of space to get Jacob Carraz open down the sideline. And yeah, we got to see some pretty good offload ability from Carraz and Blake Taff to get Critter his try in this game. So definitely excited with the way that the boys are attacking lately, and especially to go with the incredible defense that we've seen the past couple of weeks, really holding teams to pretty low scores, especially in this Newcastle Knights and Melbourne Storm game last week, giving up less than 30 points in the 2 games. I'm pretty happy with that. So I think we're definitely on the way up, heading into the bye, and it could continue to improve as the season goes. So looks like we're going into the bye in a pretty good place. Moving up to, I believe, 11th spot on the ladder, tied with a lot of teams on 6 points. 12th spot, sorry, and our forward against in a pretty good place. So we can keep stacking some wins, get some points on the board. I think we could definitely climb the ladder pretty well. We've done well to keep our losses low, and coming away with some pretty big wins to put our forward against in a good spot. So as long as we can keep performing like this, we could do some pretty good things moving our way up the ladder. So the bye this week, guaranteed 2 points, and then West Tigers next week. A good chance to hopefully come away with another win. Tigers had some pretty good form early on in the year, but have dipped a little bit. and the way that we're continuing to improve, I definitely think we're on the way up. And getting into some of our standout players. Talked about a few of them already so far, but a couple that I was very happy with in this game. Connor Tracy, his second game at fullback. His first one with like the full week of training and guaranteed the position. Came away with 2 try assists, 20 runs for 175 meters, 38 post contact, and 2 tackle breaks. 2 line break assists as well, 3 tackles, 3 missed. Try to keep that missed tackle number a bit lower, but can be in a tough position sometimes if he touches a bloke as he scores a try, then goes down as a missed tackle. But very good with the ball in this one. Jacob Correa is an absolute workhorse. He's an incredible player for us. Moved back to the wing, probably his better position. But no, he can do the job anywhere. 22 runs for 190 meters, 53 post contact, 1 tackle break, 2 line breaks, and 2 offloads, 3 tackles, 0 missed. So definitely good work there on the wing. Bronson Cherry, I'm very happy with the way that he's playing. Got his first try since his rookie season. Came away with 18 runs for 148 meters, 52 post contact, a tackle break, a line break, and 1 offload, 8 tackles, 3 missed. And yeah, that try close to the try line after a nice Viliame kick out try. Hit up to get a quick play the ball, and then Marnie put Bronson Cherry over close to the line. Very powerful runner, but plenty of speed to burn as well. So definitely think he'll continue to improve as the weeks go by, and the combination of him and Josh Adokar will really start to develop. I think they could be very special together. Other players that really stood out in the stat department. Josh Adokar in this one, 15 runs for 140 meters, 37 post contact, and Stephen Crichton 13 for 131, 47 post contact. Those two, not quite filling the stat sheet, but you see on the field how well they perform, how much they are really integral parts to the team, vocally and as leaders. They really get the boys up around them. I do like that they're on different sides of the field. I think Stephen Crichton was really going to be a lock for that left center spot for us as a star recruit, a big name signing. But if you got Stephen Crichton and Josh Adokar on different sides of the field, they're both really good leaders with the way that they talk on the field, really loud, really get the boys around him lifted. So Josh Adokar on that left side and Stephen Crichton on the right side, they're not in spine position, so they're not going to control the ball always, but they can really control the way that the team's going just by their talk. So I think it could definitely be a good thing, those two being on both sides, opposite sides of the field. And then Stephen Crichton playing on the right side, he can really be that dominant defender in that position, stopping opposition left side attacks. Most teams have the left side as their dominant attacking position. It's the Bulldogs' dominant side. So if we've got Stephen Crichton on that right center spot, he can really shut down some opposition attacks as one of the better defensive centers in the game. So definitely think that could be a good positional switch. And then we get to link up Bronson Cherry and Josh Adokar on that left side. Matt Burton in this one had a very good game. I think it was one of his best of the year. He's been slowly improving as the weeks go by. Started the season a little bit slow, but really coming into form. He doesn't really fill up the stat sheet always, but you can see on the field the way that his confidence is really growing. 13 runs for 76 meters, 22 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, 16 tackles, and 3 missed. But yeah, really getting the team around the park. Got a very good 40-20 in this game. Pretty well kicked it from his own 30. Out of nowhere to put the Dogs in really good field position early on. And yeah, just doing really good stuff with the ball. Taking it to the line, putting kick out in good position, and yeah, really being the leader of getting that left side attack going. So very happy with the way that Matt Burton is playing so far this season. Reed Marnie has had an incredible game, probably his best as a Bulldog. Again, another player that's not going to fill the stat sheet, but you watch him on game day. He's really controlling the ruck, taking pressure off the first receiver by holding up the markers, and then just defending his ass off. 46 tackles with 4 missed. A very small body in the middle of the field with only 4 missed tackles when you make 46. Incredible effort. Yeah, as I was saying, very good at deceiving the markers and putting pressure on that A defender, the first bloke next to the ruck. And yeah, definitely think he's really improving as the weeks go by. Played really good last week. Done a lot of good things against that Rooster side in the first half. And then, yeah, a very good game in this one. So very happy with the way that Reed Marnie has been playing. Reed also had whatever the incident was at the end of the game between him and Jack Hetherington of Newcastle Knights. I don't think really Reed had much in it. Reed's pretty good at getting into the niggly stuff on the field. Really puts the other team off their game, especially a player like Jack Hetherington, an ex-Bulldog. But we know how he plays. He can really lose his head and put his own team in a pretty bad position. And Reed really got under his skin in this one. So Jack struck Reed Money, I'll say, a bit of a jersey punch. Nothing in it too bad. I don't think Reed had much problem with it. But Jack Hetherington ended up in the bin, and then they sent Reed Money with him. Didn't really affect the game at all. Game was over, 3 minutes left, and we had a very big lead. Bit weird that they sent Reed Money off as well, but it is what it is. Doesn't bother me here or there. But then the incident in the tunnels where Jack Hetherington got in the bin first, came out of his room and looked to shape up against Reed Marnie. Reed didn't really look like he even knew it was coming, wasn't really paying attention, and then looked like Jack Hetherington punched him in the chest. Bit of a strange thing to happen, but didn't really affect anyone, didn't hurt anyone. Looks like Jack Hetherington's going to get a week suspension. Reed Marnie's getting a fine for the on-field stuff, but yeah, nothing in it. Not really too much to it. Bit of a weird thing, Jack Hetherington. Normally you leave it out on the field, but he wanted to do a bit more in the shed, so is what it is. Move on from it. And then the other one, we had Drew Hutchison come off with about 10, 15 minutes to go for Blake Taft to come on at halfback. Sort of what thought would happen towards the back end of the game, especially with the way that the score went. We started to blow it out. Thought there was a good chance that Blake Taft could get a chance at the halfback spot if they didn't just chuck him in the middle. People getting upset that the fans are cheering when Drew Hutchison comes off the field and Blake Taft replaced him. Booing's pretty well the least upsetting thing a fan can do. If you're getting upset that fans are booing players, then you're going to get upset at anything. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If fans want to boo, then it's part of the game. So if you don't want to get booed, you got to do more to get the fans on your side. I think Drew Hutchison's a solid player. I think he belongs in the NRL. I'm not too fond of him as our halfback. I think he's doing some pretty good things. He does take a lot of pressure off Matt Burton. But the attacking side on the right side hasn't been quite up to standard so far this season. We haven't really been able to utilize the right side attack so far with some pretty good players playing over there at different parts of the season. We have Jacob Preston there early on the season. He's been out for a while now with a jaw fracture. We have Stephen Crichton at the right centre now, and then Jacob Carraz also. We haven't really had that right side attack going. I know that Drew Hutchison does a lot of work off the ball. He's got pretty good chat to take the pressure off Matt Burton, but he doesn't really have the dominant kicking game. That's a lot of Matt Burton's duty. And then we don't have the attacking ability really going down that right side. So I think there's definitely some improvements there. I'd be very happy if Drew Hutchison really improved and could be our starting 7, but it looked like when Blake Taft got on the field that the attack really straightened up on that edge. So I think there's definitely a competition there. Going into the bye week, and seeing how Blake Taft went with only a short stint on the field, I think there's a chance that we could see Blake Taft in the 7 jersey going into next week against the Tigers after the bye. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what goes on there. So people getting upset about fans booing. It's the one thing fans can do where it doesn't really affect anybody. So let them boo. If you don't want them to boo, then we just need our players to perform a bit better. But yeah, I'll go either way. I don't boo on the field. I don't boo our players. But I'm not going to tell anybody that they can't. It's part of the game. It's part of the part of being a fan going to the game. So definitely a part of it. So hopefully, if people don't want our fans booing, then everyone can start performing to their best ability. I think Drew Hutchison will have a role in this team, whether at halfback or in a different position. He could definitely be a good utility man. Could play lock. He's a good link man. Does have a good passing game. But just hasn't quite got that right side attack going so far this season. But definitely think that he can continue to improve, and he'll definitely be a battle for that halfback jersey going forward anyway. He's not going to get dropped without somebody taking the jersey off him. So I will have to see going into that West Tigers game if he's held onto it, or if it's a bit more open than we think, and Blake Taft can try and take it off him. But yeah, definitely something to look out for. But that'll do for this one. First time doing a video recording, so I'll be chucking that up on the YouTube. So if you want to check it out there, if you want the video, part of it, then you can see that on the Just Bulldogs YouTube page. But anyway, it'll still be going up on Spotify and your Apple Podcasts as usual. So I appreciate everyone for listening. I'll have a podcast up later in the week. Not too sure what it'll be on yet with no game this weekend. But yeah, stoked for the Bulldogs to come away with a win. I appreciate everyone for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.